Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to give you one book. Take it as a book which contains almost everything, and it has kind of information that you need in your life, that it is enough for you, everything. Somehow it will give you completeness and complete knowledge and information. Whatever you need, it will gives you. So if that is the case, what is the nature that you can able to easily access that book? Only way is that you need to know that language of that book, then only you can able to read. So if that is so, then this is necessary for us to understand the nature. If think the book is a nature. Nature means real whatever is surrounding us and complete everything available. So if we need to know and we have to assess that, we require the language. That language is nothing but a mathematics. Once you know that language, then you can able to understand whatever the facts which is connected to that nature. So that is actually the physics. So once you know the language of mathematics, then you can able to establish physics, correct? Now the next level what we have to do is, once you know the language and understanding, then we have to equip ourselves to make it a betterment in our life. That is like doing engineering, correct? Some effective engineering comes only with if we have both the basic things, that is mathematics and physics, to construct your physics engineering career in your life. So so this is the place that we're going to see some of the engineering physics content subject contents, like in this topic I'm going to cover rigidity modulus and moment of a force, torque and couple, torsional stress and deformation, and derivation of the twisting couple of a wire. This is the four topic which I will explain it in this video. So first and important thing is rigidity modulus of elasticity. So what is mean by elasticity? Elasticity means if I apply external force, then the material get distract and deformed, and if I remove that external force, then it will regain its original shape. That is the property of the material which regain its original shape. That is elastic property. That particular limit, after that limit it will not regain its original position. That limit is elastic limit. So in that elastic limit, the ratio between the tangential stress to the shearing strain is actually known as rigidity modulus. It is denoted in n. That is like if I written it in words, it is tangential stress divided by shearing strain. So here I have taken a cubical box which is having a length of L and surface area A, and I apply force in top surface, tangent to the top surface I am applying the force. Then ground, it is fixed, and if I apply force in this direction, so automatically the reverse force is absorbed by the down surface. So if I want to calculate the value of n, I need to do some simple mathematics. For we anyway anyhow we know that what is stress and what is strain. Strain is how much it is deformed, and stress is how much the force applied per unit area. That is the thing we need to know. Then we can able to get the value of n. So once you know these two things, and you can find the value for n. To find that, we will do is I have taken this cubical box and name it A, B, C, D in the top surface corners, and I applied a force in this direction. In this direction, then it is the angle theta is sheared. That is the strain is theta, and the length earlier it is A, that is now shifted to A dash. So A and the A dash, that is equal to now it is L. The length is L, and this theta is very smaller. Comparatively, the value is smaller because some strong materials will not go much deflection from the land. So let me keep very small value of theta, then it can be equated to tan theta. The tan theta is approximated now to be small value of tan theta, and it is equal to theta. So how is the opposite side divided by adjacent side? So you can see here, that is, this is the length and this is angle. So this is opposite side, this is adjacent side. Simple trigonometry says that tan theta equal to L divided by L. So this is our the strain occurred because of this tangential force. Now the tangential force is F, and the so we need to find what is the tangential. Mistake it happened here. It is area of the ABCD surface, that particular surface. Then force is F. That area I will write it as A. Now this N can be written as, that N means the rigidity modulus. Which is tangential stress, that is force divided by area. So I will keep it here in denominator, and then strain. So whatever happens in denominator will come to numerator. Then this is capital L will come here, and the small l will goes here. So this is actually our the rigidity modulus formula. So it is, the unit is Newton per meter square, because strain don't have any units, only this is force, and the area will have units. So stress has units, the strain doesn't have any units. So this is the idea that we can able to that we got it from the rigidity modulus of elasticity. Then it is so here now it is a couple. Couple means I have 2 points, 2 edges, and the extra equal and opposite forces acting on that. Then it makes a rotation. This kind of structure will be actually called as a couple, and two different. It is not the distance between D. So this has been measured with the perpendicular direction distance and the distance between these 2 points and the force. That is actually called as a couple. Similarly, there is a moment of force and the torque. Both are almost, this couple, moment of force and torque, all are similar only. There is no difference, that we can see it in this video. I have a couple means I have 2 objects and distance is D, and the F1 and F2 are applied in opposite direction. So this is the how to find the value of C is the distance between D and the product of D and F1. This is moment of force for F1 case. Either I can write D cross F1 or D cross F2. I think it's going very border, so let me shift it slightly above. Now this is moment of force. Moment of force is at the point of the moment of force acting on point A is measured with the force acting on force actual line of force is on P. So this is perpendicular distance between these two. So that is d, and the force vector. So this cross product will give my moment of force, and the torque, this one is torque. Like I fixed one particular place, and it is the ball that is moving around the tied by the wire, and the distance is d. So the perpendicular distance between the line of point contact and this is will gives the torque value, that is same, d cross f. The basic idea behind this. So now we go to next, that is torsional stress and deformation stress. Here we are going to see the torsional stress and deformation. So when I apply the force in opposite direction of the end of the edges of the same material, then what happens is that twist will happens and torsional stress occurs within the material and deformation occurs. So this is one particular main equipment which has been based on the torsional effect, that is shaft. Shaft means that when vehicles will use to attach the generate material, generate the energy, it is like this. The shaft is one of the component machine which mainly transfer the torque from the generator to the source. So actually any rotating material transmitting in the transmitting torque is called a shaft. So one of the examples is in vehicles, all vehicles it has been used definitely. So to study this material, to extend this material, we need to have the basic calculation behind this, that is to find the coupling rigidity model, rigidity coupling, couple of rigidity couple for this. So that we are taken a thin cylindrical wire. Here it is so some bulk structure, but I have to show it clearly, that's why I kept it some bigger size of radius here. And this we'll consider this is a cylindrical wire, one edge is fixed, the downside is going to rotate, the force is applied to opposite forces applying on this external twist couple acting on the wire. And then the basic idea is behind this, I need to do the how much it is twisted. For that I cannot take complete system, so I am going to split it, like how each layer, some I am splitting like a thin cylindrical layers completely. So in the particular one particular thing is that some structure, that is top surface is fixed and down surface is given the torque in opposite direction, and the cross sectional area is shown here, and the complete derivation I will do it in the other page. Let's see now. This is like this, I give this is the radius is a, the radius of the wire is a, and I am taken one particular layer of the cylinder, that is with from the distance from the origin is x, and that layer thickness is dx. Here top shearing strain, that is twisting angle at free end, that is phi. This is the angle, and that is shearing angle, that is phi, and the free end it is theta. How much it is theta? Now I have to calculate the BC in two values. So the BC is either, that is like a triangle, and the distance is x. So you see two parallel lines, one is PQ and one is AB. The parallel lines downside it is shifted from B to C. A is still same, and only the B C shifted. So now I have two triangles, and QBC. From QBC the value of BC, the length of BC is x theta. That x is this distance, and this theta angle is here written here, and the ABC that is from triangle ABC. I have BC value, that is length. Because the phi value is very small, then BC equal to L into phi. To calculate further, BC I have written that phi equal to x theta by L. Simply I have equated these two BC values, that L phi equal to x theta. Then now I had a shearing strain, correct? Then I can write it by L into F. Of rigidity modulus, that we got that shearing stress by shearing strain. So now I have to find what is the shearing strain. Shearing stress can be written in terms of shearing strain into rigidity modulus N. Then it is I have written strain value Xn divided by L into the N value, rigidity modulus. You can see that the stress has been found. Now the force, that is shearing stress into the area of which force acts, that is equal to the area x. Pi r square is the area formula for the circle. Here x plus dx is the outer circle of the cylinder. Then this I can extend this x plus dx to be x square plus 2x dx plus dx square minus this x square. So I have taken pi outside. Then this x square minus x square will cancel. Then this dx square is very small value. Then square will be very small. So I can neglect that. Then the area of which force acts is pi 2 pi x dx. Then this force can be written as 2n pi. By adding that shearing stress, the value is n pi n theta by phi into L. Sorry, small mistake. That is 2n pi theta divided by L. That x will be added. One more x is there, so x square dx. Now we have to find the torque. Small cylinder coupled to twisting couple, the C value is we can write it as, so the force and the distance between the origin to the cylinder end, perpendicular distance is x. So that is the twisting couple of that particular single cylinder which we taken a dx length. That one is like 2 pi n theta by L x cube dx. So now we need to integrate over all. I have to integrate overall cylinder, complete radius A. Then if I do that integration from 0 to A, then the integral limit only varies for the x value. Other things are constant, so I can take it outside. That 2n pi theta L and x cube dx will not be a matter for us. Then this integration will be like x power 4 divided by, integration will give the value as x power 4 divided by 4. The limits will be 0 to a. Then if I apply that, I will get a power 4 divided by 2. The 2 and 4 will cancel. Then n pi theta c n pi theta j power 4 divided by 2l. That is a coupling rigidity coupling constant we got. So if for per unit twist the theta value is 1, if the theta value is equal to 1 per 1 degree unit twist, then C can be written as n pi a power 4 divided by 2l. That is the final twisting couple we got it for our cylindrical wire. So with this I will stop it here. Then next class I will continue. Thank you so much.